Join me, let's transform my gorgeous clients, the black diamond that I used to call her the black damsel. So join me, let's transform and beautify her face. I turned her into a goddess. Yeah, sure, you should already know. So let's just get into the video straight up. Okay, guys. So first of all, I started with cleaning her face like as usual. Like you should already know, that's the first thing. Clean the face thoroughly with wipes and your micellar water. You can never go wrong with that. Okay, so that was the first thing I did. So I have to make sure I clean every part of the face, both the under eyes, her face, everywhere. So after that, I went into moisturizing her face with the embroidery moisturizer. So this moisturizer, like honestly, it's not like I add too much like that though. But I don't know, for some reasons this moisturizer always like appears to be too much when I am watching the video. It's not like I add too much moisturizer, it's just that the white cast from the moisturizer is always much. Like when I keep like blending it everywhere, I have to be generous with moisturizer enough at least, but it is what it is. So after applying it on the face, the next thing I did was to go ahead and blend it into the skin, especially on the under the eyes. I actually left it for a while on the face to sit into the skin before I go ahead. So after that, I'm using this watermelon serum. Actually, I think I applied this serum before the moisturizer, but I don't know how I edited this video because I applied serum on the face before the moisturizer. Sure. Okay, so I equally applied that and I blended that into the skin. Honestly, guys, forgive me. I'm just making this voiceover now, and I'm kind of saying that I think I was trying to make adjustments, and yeah. So after that, yeah, so the next product I put there was the moisturizer, this snail moisturizer. So that was the second moisturizer that I used on the face. So after that, I used I have to moisturize her lips because her lips was a little bit dry, so I'm using my lip balm to like hydrate her lips. So after that, I'm using my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So I'm just putting the primer on the face. Remember that the first moisturizer that I use has a little bit of primer inside it, so I don't really need that much of a primer, but I'm still going to go in with primer on her face because I've not worked on her before. I'm just trying to be careful. You cannot put like more than enough primer. Like there's nothing like more than enough hydrating primer, so to say. So after that, I'm using this Becca primer. Is a mattifying primer, so I'm putting that on her nose and equally her brows. I don't want those places to be to be hydrated or whatever, so I'm just mattifying them. After that, I'm using this Charlse spray to lock in my skin prep routine. Okay, guys, so these are my dark shade of foundations, not the darkest that I have, but at least the shades that I think was going to match her skin tone. But guys, like honestly, the undertone of this foundation is a no. Before you guys even say it, let me say it myself. The undertone is no. I don't know, I don't want to blame it on anything, but I think the mixture was not it. I know I'm wrong. I didn't get it right, but I did my best to correct that during the makeup process. So let's just keep watching and see how I'm able to transform this undertone into something that is better. Yeah, because I won't lie, the undertone was giving me some kind of headache. Even when I was working, I was noticing it, but I don't know, it was off entirely. It was giving a an orange undertone, but like my client has this kind of red undertone on her, so I just go ahead and blend and keep blending. So after that, I use my foundation that is darker. So this foundation is darker for her contour. So one thing I did was I first of all contoured her face, which is not usually what I do. What I normally do is to first of all highlight, blush, highlight, contour, and then blush. Yeah. So but now I think it's because of the tone of this foundation, it was giving me headache. So I'll try my best to try and like anything that is going to remove this shade that I'm seeing, because like the shade was making the whole thing ugly in my eyes. So I was trying to remove it. So I was trying to contour first, thinking that contour would change my situation and like make life better for me, but contour didn't do much actually. Okay, so I got my blush. So using this blush. This blush is from, oh gosh, I've forgotten the name of the brand though. This is a very good blush, guys. Like, it's a very, very good blush. Oh, very, very nice blush, I'm telling you. So I got this blush, I used the blush, so I'm just adding blush to her face. I don't know if I was getting enough of this blush, but this is actually a very good one. I don't know if it contains any day, because I'm seeing a kind of glow from the blush. Oh hello, is my eyes deceiving me? But are you not seeing a glow from this blush? Does this blush has glow? I have no idea. Okay guys, so another mistake I made was using this shade, this tone of concealer under her eyes. Honestly, this concealer has nothing to do with this on the eyes. I should use something that is a little bit brighter, but no, I went ahead and used concealer that is still quality yellowish. I was trying to run away from yellow. No, I equally fell into the trap. So let's continue and see if I'm able to correct whatever that I see that is wrong with the makeup. You know guys, yeah, like I used to say before, one thing with makeup for dark skinned, once you don't get it right from the roots, it might give you an issue. The only reason why you might correct that later is if you are grounded well with your color theory. If you know what you are doing with color theory, you might be able to correct that. So guys, just keep going with me. I'm just applying. I think one of the reasons why I'm actually noticing it well is because I'm seeing her chest. Her chest is entirely different from her face, so I have to try and match it with her chest that I'm seeing. You know, so but that is it actually. By the way, I don't know why I always use my mouth to badmouth the makeup I did, but I'm just telling you guys the things I think I noticed when I was done working. Okay guys, so after that I'm going ahead to blend the under eyes. I'm just blending the under eyes now to make sure that it's well blended before I begin to set. Yeah, I think I equally noticed one of the issues that I have. So recently, because I love using what's the name of this powder, compact powder, I begin to use compact powder to set the under eyes. But no, it's actually good to do that, but I do choose the wrong shade. So this is a very, very wrong shade. I don't even know why it's giving me a wrong shade, because can you see the powder? Why is it being dark on her face? I have no idea. Like, in my head, this powder, you see the shade of the powder, right? Why is it dark on her face? I have no idea. I have no idea, because is my phone deceiving me? Is what I'm seeing deceiving me? Because this shade of powder should be light, very light on her, but for some reasons it's a little bit dark. So I like it when I'm done with the makeup and the under eyes is a little bit bright. It shouldn't be lighter too much, but at least it should be bright enough to an extent. But that is what this, you see this, my Melanin powder that I just turned into using Melanin powder to set the under eyes. I am done. Done. I'm not going to use compact powder to set the under eyes anymore. I'm running away from that. So guys, if I have really turned you into using compact powder to set under eyes, please, I am belling. You can bell too. All right, so I'm going back to using setting powder to set the under eyes. Like, I've even started. This is an old video I've started, so yeah. In case you don't know. Okay guys, so after setting everywhere, I'm just going ahead to like set the rest of her face. Of course, at this point I'm already trying to match the makeup with her body. You can see like some transformations, you can see some tones, just that the face is dark, the under eyes is equally dark, so it's turning me off. I don't know, but it is what it is. Let's just keep going and see if I was able to do something, but like, yeah, I can't really match it to if I had used a good powder to set it. I'm sorry guys, yeah, I am sorry, but we move. Okay, so at this point I keep going. Keep trying to see if there is anything I could do to like make the situation better. So I keep like setting the face. I'm setting the contour with a darker shade. You see powder, exactly. This is the shade of powder that I would have used to set the under. This is the shade of powder I do use to set the under eyes for my dark skin. But this is not bright. This powder is not bright. Sorry, it's a translucent powder. Even though it's not going to leave any white cast, but at least it's going to help you retain the shade of the shade. It's going to help you retain the shade of your concealer, or at least make it a little bit lighter. But you know one funny thing, I have already set this under eyes with something dark. It's not going. The situation will not change. It's not going to. This setting powder will not say this change the situation. Had it been I used it earlier, probably it would have retained. Did you see a little bit of difference how the under eyes brightened when I used the setting powder now? When I use this very setting powder, it makes it look better. She's looking lighter, at least. I don't mean you should retain this shade, but at least a little bit lighter shade wouldn't hurt. I'm telling you guys, I even forgot to add my blush. I think it's because I was trying so hard to like match, because I was not happy with the under eyes as I'm saying it. I was not happy, so I was trying to like make adjustments to yeah. So when I added this a certain powder under the eyes, I was happy. So yeah, I have to add the blush now. So guys, let's continue. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking now. The face is looking better. If you can tell yourself the truth, you know I'm right. Like, the under eyes became a little bit brighter, and the color of her face matched with her skin, and everything is looking better. Yes, you can actually like turn the bad things around to good for your own good. Okay guys, so moving on, the next thing I did was to set her brows to be ready for me to outline and fill it in and all that. I used setting powder to set it. I first of all tamed it down and then setting powder, and now I'm dusting it off to be okay for me to draw. So when it was done, I'm using my brush, my angled brush, and my brow gel. I'm just outlining the brows basically. My client is dark, so I'm using a darker shade of my gel line. I'm still using the same brow gel, just I added a little bit of eyeliner, gel liner inside it. Gel liner would make it more darker, but the gel liner shouldn't be too much. Like, just gauge what you are doing so that you don't use more of a black pencil in lining her eyes. Okay guys, so when I was actually done lining, I'm going to get my pencil, my Davis pencil, to fill it in. Okay guys, so in this UK, I am coming to an end. I'm almost coming to an end in using my Davis pencil. The Davis pencil pack that I have with me, once it's exhausted, I will no longer be using Davis pencil. I will say, like, I will do farewell party for my Davis pencil, because this pencil have saved my life, but I'm going to stop using it. So I'll definitely get another pencil. So make recommendations for me, people that is already in the UK, the ones I can buy. Okay, let's move on. So after that, I use my brush to brush it up, and everything is I love the brows. Can you even see how this brows is looking without concealing yet? It looks so nice. I love the fact that I'm using a lighter shade of concealer to conceal her brows. It's going to help lift the brow bone. But I also think I messed up at the end of the day, but let's just keep watching and see. I'm thinking that I definitely would use a powder shade that is not supposed to be to set it. And when you do those things, setting, you see how important setting is. The reason why I'm mentioning most of these my mistakes is so that you guys understand the importance of setting, or maybe the importance of the mistakes I make. Just tiny things can actually ruin your job. So setting, when you have done the right job and you don't set it well, is going to affect you. So setting it is as important as concealing or even putting the product in the first place. If you don't set it well, it's not going to come out nice. Okay, let's continue. So I'm just outlining the I'm equally going to concealing the upper part of the brows, just making sure that everything is okay and nice and beautiful. Yeah, basically though. So yeah, of course, this is old hand of concealing. Oh, it comes out good. So I'm just feeling that the brows is a little bit darker, so I'm using brow tint to tint the color down so it wouldn't be too dark. So when I was done, I just have to set the brow bone. Oh no, I actually set with the correct powder, so there is nothing to worry about. Yeah, I was thinking that I had set with something darker, but I didn't. Okay guys, so after that I'm using my my eyeshadow primer. I'm using that to, you know, prime the eyes. So I'm putting the primer on the eyelid with her eyes closed, of course. So I'm going to place it everywhere I know I'm going to be placing my eyeshadow. So I'm going to carefully place and blend it into the skin. Okay, so yeah, I'm just carefully doing that, and that is it. So now I am done placing, you know, and after that I'm going to start you know, creating the eyeshadow. First of all, I'm creating the transition. I'm using it's kind of a light or dark brown. It's a dark brown actually, because my client is dark, so it's a dark brown, but it's an orange kind of brown. So I'm using that to create my first transition, you know, just creating the transition from, you know, a lighter color to a darker color. I love how the eyeshadow application is coming out with the brow bone. Like, everything just looks perfect. I did that right. Okay guys, so after that I'm equally creating the outer V, so making that side darker a little bit, you know. And I'm just using a very tiny eyeshadow actually. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm just trying to make it dark so that it's going to match with the eyeshadow look I'm about to apply, you know, like the eyeshadow itself that I'm going to apply. So what I'm using now is I'm using the remnant in my brush, the remnants primer in my brush, so, you know, run through on the eyelid again, you know, getting it ready to accept the eyeshadow. And after that I'm just using a light shade of eyeshadow, you know. I'm placing that on her eyes, and it came out so beautiful. Like, I love the outcome. I love what it looks like. I love what I'm seeing. Okay guys, so that is it basically. I'm just adding this shade. Is a light eyeshadow on the eyelid. So after that I actually used the same orange shade to, you know, blend it out, to just buff it out, and voila guys, this eyeshadow is amazing. It's beautiful. So I'm using the dark brown as well under her eyes to, you know, smudge it out. Basically, it's not like I want to do too much, just basically smudging it out. Basically I'm just smudging it out, and that is it. So after that I'm going to start lining the eyes. I started lining the eyes, and, you know, to get my perfect lining, because guys, lining the eyes is as important as applying the eyeshadow. There was this time when I feel like I shouldn't be lining the eyes anymore, because I think I saw somebody apply eyeshadow without lining the eyes. A lot of people have been doing that anyway, not just somebody. So I thought it's wise not to line the eyes again, but of course I keep looking. I finished working and I keep looking at my clients, and like, you know what, I have to just line the eyes, because it doesn't I don't feel like I am done with makeup without lining the eyes. Like, I don't feel like I am done. Okay, so my client is about to tear up. I'm trying my best to equally control whatever tears that is about to flow from her eyes. Yeah, so yeah, but I still have to do what I have to do. I still have to, you know, line her eyes and everything. This is the under eyes and all that, so I'm just doing what I have to do and all that. So after that guys, she has semi-permanent lashes, right? And I don't know, and it was kind of full, in as much as it is not showing that much from this place. It's kind of full, and I was thinking that if I fix extra lashes on her eyes, it's going to be extremely full. And the lashes she has on is not something that I can fix something on top of it. I can if I want to, but is going to be too much, honestly. So guys, when I was done, I have to, you know, go ahead and dust out the excess setting powder on her face. Like, did you see? So when I dust out the setting powder on her face, the first shade of powder that I used surfaced. The first shade surfaced, and it was not all that bright the way I would want it to be. It's okay though, it's not bad, but it's not as if it's the way I would, you know, really wish or want it to be. Okay guys, so after that I'm adding just my cheek glaze. I'm just adding my cheek glaze, and you know, that's everything, and it's looking amazing. I'm adding my cheek glaze on her cheeks, and yeah, that is it. Okay guys, so that is what it is. And after that, I'm using my setting spray to set her makeup. I'm setting everything, and her face, I'm using my fan as well to, you know, like just drying or pushing the setting powder into her skin, because that way is going to remove every powdery effect on her face, and every powder effect on her face, everything that is powder is going to go away, and it's really, really much needed. So guys, after doing that, I have to just, you know, apply her lips. The lip stain I'm using is just a simple lips. I wanted to just run through it's a simple nude lip stain basically. So first of all, I applied this weird lips application without lining the lips, and then I have to run through in lining it. I wish I gave her mirror at this point to see her face, because she was looking weird, very, very weird. So after that, I begin to line the lips with a dark brown as well. And basically, when I'm working on dark skinned, using dark brown on them, both the eyes, both the lips, it just works. It works better than most other thing. So I'm just lining the lips basically. You know how to, you know, like line the lips, and that is it. So getting the all corners of the lips and everything. So when I was done, I have to just ask her to smile. She was smiling, and I begin to blend. At this point, you can look at that lips, and you're going to see changes from what you saw before without lining. And now that I lined it, you are going to see that there's this basically and definitely a good difference, and now it's looking better. So when I was done, I think I'm still adding more because what I see now is actually enough. I don't know why I'm doing extra and extremely too much. Well, basically there's something on my head I'm trying to achieve, because that is one of the things with me. So sometimes it's just that I have something upstairs that I'm trying to achieve. Okay guys, so after that, I am just adding my gloss, the lip gloss on her. And the girl, oh, I love these lips. I love the lips. I love the lips more than anything. I love the lips more than basically anything. I love the lips. I love the lips. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but I love the lips. It looks so nice on her. After that, I added my glow. Oh my god, I love the lips. I love the lips application, looks so good on her. It make her look, you know, amazing. Okay guys, so after that, I am just going to use my spray from Soo Pro, of course, to lock in everything, because I am done. I am done. And guys, this is it. Actually, this is the end of the video. The makeup is looking beautiful. My client is looking amazing, and everybody's happy. I am happy too. See you next time.